Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition. We're already laughing, guys. Welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winning show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Guys, we got a great cast today, great panel of documented winning cappers from Sports Memo. You know, I thought yesterday's cast was great, and it was great. Jesse and Ross, they're amazing, but I've got to be on my toes today because we got three young guys, and it's kind of pissing me off because when Jesse and Ross and Rocky Atkinson are on the show, they're old. I don't have to worry about how I look. But these young guys, man, I was in the mirror today, primping and propping. Let's bring them on, guys. We've got Eric Pauly, Dr. Chuck, and Moneyline Matt. Eric, let's start with you. Eric is only about an hour and a half, 2 hours off of a plane from Vegas. And apparently he's got to explain to everybody at home how he spent $4,000 on bail while he was in Vegas. Eric, it was great to see you at the meet and greet this past weekend for the Sportsman Wager Talk people, and everybody was glad to see you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm fresh off a red eye. My flight from Vegas to JFK was delayed an hour and a half at least last night. I actually touched down at around 8:45, got home at around 10 a.m. Eastern, and we're already back in business. But I had an absolute blast. Like you said, Joe, I wish we were able to spend a little bit more time together, but it was hectic, but a good hectic because there were so many not only talented handicappers, but fans and supporters and clients of ours there. And it was really a fantastic time. I enjoyed every second of it.
And we enjoyed, and all the people there enjoyed you too, Eric. So, you know, we were very excited about that. Dr. Chuck and the First Family got to spend a little bit of time together. You know, gorgeous family. Brought his baby out, his lovely wife. We had some fun. And a lot of people were very excited to see Dr. Chuck, who, by the way, is the only other capper from any brand that showed up in a blazer like Joe D. I love the class, Dr. Chuck. You look great. Throwing that dig out there. You know I like to throw that as digs. I dig so much we're going to be in China pretty soon. Dr. Chuck, you know, welcome. Happy Tuesday to you. How you doing today?
Yeah, great time. Yeah, same as Pauly. He did do the red eye, but it was not. I didn't stay as late as him, so I've had some rest now. Unbelievable weekend. I wish I could have taken part in both the golf and basketball. Couldn't get Joe D to do the golf, but if you had told me that I was going to be shotgunning a beer with Ariel Epstein, I would have been shocked that was going to be what happened this weekend. So, wow.
She shotgunned a lot of beers. Then last night she was in the Bronx for the Yankee game. You know, I mean, were the Yankees at home last night? Yeah, the Yankees were at home. A good thing because Queens is a horrible place to be. It doesn't even count. Queens doesn't even count. Us New Yorkers don't even count Queens as like a place.
They finally won a game yesterday.
You know, but So, by the way, we will not be making our 22nd anniversary, which will be Thursday. I'm hitting my wife with divorce papers tomorrow.
Actually, you want to know why they won yesterday? Because I went against them yesterday, and of course, that's the day that they win.
That's okay.
So
you know, well, that'll teach you to go against
maybe
my
I should
Yankees.
do that more often.
You know what? You know, we can always talk about your Cubs.
Hey, they're not doing that great either. So
you know what? They'll be playing golf in October as usual. Anyway, let's go to Moneyline Matt, who is the newest addition to the Sports Memo family. And, you know, while I really am honored that he's doing his second show with the First Family, I'm a little pissed off because he's a good-looking son of a – he's a nice-looking guy. You know, like I said, I don't have to worry when I'm on shows with Ross and Rocky and Jesse because they're a little funny-looking. But you guys got to be on my toes. Moneyline Matt, we're honored to have you. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm great. Great to be here. And I was a little jealous this weekend. Chris Allen's one of my best friends. Saw him in Vegas as well. You guys were playing basketball, doing some golf. And in the future, I'm definitely going to be there, though. So you guys got some competition coming. I'm just saying. All right.
You know, we love that Chris Allen, but I've got to tell you, we saw him for like 2 minutes. We couldn't get him out of the strip clubs. He's horrible. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just kidding, Chris. I'm just kidding.
He's calling
We've got a couple of quick announcements. First of all, you know how we start every show? Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Now, guys, before we give out winners for today's card, we got some great stuff for you. We got baseball. We got tennis. We got football futures we're very excited about. We got a couple of quick announcements. We need your help. Sports Memo YouTube channel. We want to hit 10,000 viewers during football, and only you can get us there. Hit that subscribe button. I will tell you this. I'm going to be working out with Chris, our producer. We love Chris Allen. He does the best work in the business. I'm going to be working out with him later today, finalizing a few things, dates, times, names, content later today. And tomorrow on this show, we will announce some of the new fall things we're going to be doing. And guys, some things are going to be happening this Friday we're excited about. So you want to hit that subscribe button because you'll get an alert every time Sports Memo does something, and we will revolutionize the sports betting industry as far as videos go. Guys, we've got a couple other things I want to tell you about. We joined, as you can see, Dionne's got her hat. I got my other hat. We joined the Circa Millions. Both Dionne and I gave Derek Stevens personally our jacket size. I wear a 48 short. I dropped a few pounds. I was a 50 regular. 48 short. Dionne thinks she's going to win, but I'm going to whoop her ass. I'm telling you now.
Guess who's going to get that?
We gave him our jacket size, and I told him my other request is I want one of those big checks like Happy Gilmore gets. I want to bring it around like I'm telling you right now. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that contest, especially in this house.
But I'm taking you down
every week. I'm gonna tell you how I'm whooping my wife's butt, both in and out of the bedroom. Anyway, it's good to be the host. I get to end the sentence. Anyway, then this Friday, we're excited about Friday. We're gonna be guests of our friend Mark Davis. We're going to go see the Patriots play the Raiders. We're going to go there a little early, have some fun. We're going to drink some beer. We'll take some video for everybody out there. So we'll post that on Twitter.
Than, spending our anniversary at a Raiders game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm the host. Don't get ahead of me. Now, a couple quick things. I do want to tell everybody once again the full schedule will be out tomorrow. Now, I just learned last night. I picked up a local magazine. I wasn't even told about this. That I am one of the most successful men of Las Vegas. So that's pretty cool. You know, earlier this year, I was voted one of the most magnificent men of Las Vegas, which they should just retire that damn award because they should give it to me every year. A couple years ago, the most influential man in gambling in Las Vegas. And these are voted by people. This isn't like me hitting vote every day. Here, I didn't even know I was up for these things, and I got it. So thank you to Vegas Magazine and Real Vegas Magazine and we're very excited, but they should just retire those damn awards.
I didn't realize I was, with such a stud muffin.
What do you mean realize it? You should have known that from our first date.
I didn't realize.
From our first date. Our first date.
I knew you were magnificent, but I did not realize.
From our first date, guys. First date. You know what I'm talking about. And by the way, I did put out, just to remind Dionne, this is a trophy I got for being number one, both NFL and college football a couple years ago on all the websites. And I'm going to keep that here just to remind her.
That is not going to happen because me and Dr. Chuck, man, we're going to fight you till the end and we're going to hold our spots and we're not going to let you get anywhere near
You're swimming in my end of the ocean now, young lady. You just watch out because sharks, man, we prey on people like you. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. But we're very excited about a lot of things. And, guys, Thursday is a very special day around here. It is our 22nd anniversary. And I've got to tell you what, I don't know how anybody puts up with me for 22 minutes, let alone 22 years. The First Lady should be canonized as saint by the Pope in Rome. I'll tell you that. But it is our 22nd anniversary, and we're celebrating it every day this week. And Dionne's going to tell you how we're going to celebrate it.
That's right. So since we are celebrating our 22nd anniversary, we wanted to do something special for that. So we are doing a 3-day all access for just $22. That is a steal. So we would love for you to join us in celebrating our anniversary. All you have to do is use code ANNV22 upon checkout to get 3 days for just $22.
Please understand this, guys. Both Dionne and myself, I think she's number one. She took over the number one spot in NFL preseason because she's 5-0. I'm 6-1. As long as D'Amico's are up there, I'm happy. And she's on the MLB. She's doing WNBA. I'm on the WNBA leaderboards. We got college football starting. I'm going to have college football up by Thursday. This is an ideal time to take advantage.
Absolutely.
3 days. You're going to get 3 sports from First Family, $22. Also, Dionne, what is today? Tell me what today is.
Today is just not Taco Tuesday. Today is $2 Tuesday over at Sports Memo. That's right. We have 3 amazing handicappers today. $2 a piece. You get Eric Pauly, Ross Benjamin, or Kevin Thomas for $2 a piece for their plays, or you can get all 3 for just the low price of $5.
And I said it before, I'll say it again. Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore because of Sports Memo. Follow Eric, Ross, and Kevin. You'll follow them to the bank. The $2 a piece is remarkable, but get all 3 for $5. I'm going to tell you now, there are 3 documenting winning cappers. You'll love it. So, without any further ado, let's talk about our $2 Tuesday capper, Eric Pauly. Mm-hmm. You know, he come off a plane, he goes home, takes a quick shower, he gets ready, he's prepping for this. I know he's got another show later on the Wager Talk brand, correct, Eric?
Yes, sir. Correct.
We appreciate you being here, especially this is a big day. $2 Tuesday, folks, is a big day for us cappers. We get a lot of sales. We pick up a lot of new viewers and clients like yourself, and we do appreciate that from Sports Memo. It's just a great situation. That's the customer appreciation you get at Sports Memo. It's unrivaled. So Eric Pauly's doing some great work, and not only does he win in several sports, and he's a featured $2 capper, he does some great writing over at Sports Memo Wager Talk Brands. But he's got some things he wants to tell you about on the premium side, and he's got a nice free winner for you. Eric, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Joe. So tonight we are testing a 12-0 run on 5% MLB plays of the week this season. My $2 play is a 5%er on a money line that's happening later tonight. I'm really excited. Again, 12-0 this season has been fantastic on my 5% plays, and I'm looking to extend that to 13. But going into my free play for the day, as I'm sure you guys are aware of now, but if you're not, I put out a couple of weeks ago a free PDF on Sports Memo that's essentially a thesis where I break down based on the projected win totals by the betting markets, whether or not I believe each team is overvalued, undervalued, or efficiently valued by the betting market. And this has actually been out for a couple of weeks now. So if you do not have that free PDF yet, you can download that at Sports Memo. And I'm going to break down actually a free play that I've given out for an NFL win total. And that is going to be on the Atlanta Falcons under 5 wins for the 2022 NFL season. Looking at Atlanta last year, they finished 7-10, third in the NFC South. And they're returning the same coaching staff from last year. Arthur Smith, this is his second year being the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. He also has Dean Pease, a defensive coordinator on his staff, who's actually a very, very good defensive coordinator. But the problem with the Atlanta Falcons and why I think they're going to go from 7 wins to around 4-3, and in my opinion, a little side bet, I would look at their price to finish the season with the worst record in the NFL, is because this roster, when you really break it down, is entirely devoid of talent in most places. The Falcons let Matt Ryan, their ex-MVP and their really the pride and joy of their team, go. They had to make a trade with him because he was not happy. And they bring in Marcus Mariota, who Arthur Smith is familiar with from his time as the offensive coordinator as the Tennessee Titans. But I don't know if we forgot, but Marcus Mariota was supplanted by Ryan Tannehill very quickly based on a very poor outings for Mariota as a starting quarterback. The Falcons last year had the second worst rushing team. We're the second worst rushing team in the NFL. They had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. They had they were the 20th in the adjusted sack rate, and they did not do anything to bolster either of these units. A couple of draft picks on running backs, and they made some signings in the running back room, but they did not address their offensive line, which I projected to be the 30th best or 30th worst, second to worst offensive line in the NFL. On the defensive side of the ball, it is not better. It is actually arguably worse, despite the fact that, again, Dean Pease is a good defensive coordinator. They're realistically devoid of talent besides having the big man up front, Grady Jarrett, who's a fantastic defensive tackle, and A.J. Terrell, who really is a blossoming star in the secondary. Their rest of their defensive line, their linebacking core, their safety core, and their cornerback group is just really weak. They were 30th in DVOA last season, 30th in third down defense, and believe it or not, I actually think they're going to end up worse in those stats this year. Schedule's not too tough. I could see them taking home a couple of wins against bad teams like the Bears and their division. I mean, the Saints, Bucks, and Panthers are all improved from last year. The Falcons are not. There's not much to say about them besides they stink. They're bad in the trenches. They're bad at quarterback. They're devoid of talent at the skill positions and at realistically all positions across the field, and they lack depth. Falcons, 5 wins. I think no shot. Look for them to be drafting C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young at the top of the NFL draft next year.
Sports fans, Eric Pauly, who's doing great work with Sports Memo, Falcons under. Maybe they won't be trying too hard because they're really looking for a top draft choice next season. Follow Eric. He's got the $2 Tuesday play. He's doing some great work. This is even a great time. Take advantage of some of those customer appreciation discounts at Sports Memo. Maybe buy Eric long-term because he is a winner, one of the most knowledgeable young people in this business today. And I'm proud to have him on the show. Eric, you know what's funny? You were talking about Matt Ryan. I saw a stat on him the other day, and I had to double check it. You know, he played for this Atlanta Falcons team. He never had the greatest offensive lines, just shy of 60,000 yards in 14 seasons. You know, he only missed, I believe, and don't quote me, I think he missed 3 games in 14 years, which is, it's an incredible stat for any quarterback today. But for a guy who never had a great offensive line, you know, always, and you know what, sometimes their defenses were less than stellar. And, you know, there was a lot of, you know, he had to do a lot of time on the field because their defense didn't stop a lot of people. And, you know, people don't realize how valuable he was to the team, but you're right. He wanted out and he got out. And, But interesting stuff. Atlanta Falcons under 5 wins. Pauly. Eric is going to stick around till the end of the show, and we appreciate that, Eric. I know you got a busy day. I know you're really tired, but you look great. We're going to go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, who took over the number 1 spot in NFL preseason. I'm not happy about that because I think I've owned that spot for about 6 years straight, never missed a week. Thanks, honey. Appreciate it.
Sorry, baby.
As long as there's a D'Amico up there, it doesn't say apprehended or wanted or at large, I'm happy.
Now you know who number 1 is.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm going to get your anniversary present today. I'm going to get your. It's going to go from something very nice from Tiffany's to a nice vacuum cleaner. And then we'll get divorced anyway on Friday.
It doesn't matter. You can still buy the vacuum cleaner because when I take you down, you're the one who's going to have to clean the house. So
you're talking a lot of flack.
By all means,
you're talking a lot of flack for someone who's a little light in the pants. There. Listen, you're in my end of the ocean. I told you that. And I'm a predator, not like a Chris Hansen predator, but like a predator. I'm going to tell you now. Moneyline Matt like that. By the way, Chris Hansen did go to jail, didn't he, for like money for scamming people? Anyway, guys, let's go to the prettiest person on this good-looking panel today, and that's no small task. She is on the WNBA and the MLB leaderboards right now. She's on the NFL leaderboard, and she finished college football number 2 last year. I think Dr. Chuck was number 1. Am I correct?
He was.
We're coming for you this year, Dr. Chuck. It is going to be a free for all, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and we do enjoy being a look. Let me tell you something, guys. You're only the best when you go up against the best. That's how it is. That is how it is. And the best cappers on the planet are at Sports Memo. Ross Benjamin said yesterday, we take a backseat to no other brand. I'm telling you now, best cappers is going to be a lot of fun. So the First Lady of Las Vegas on 3 leaderboards right now, and she did finish college football last year, number 2. She's got some stuff she wants to tell you about on the premium side. She got a free winner. Dionne, take it away.
Thank you. As Joey did mention, I am a perfect 5-0 in preseason football, and I look to stay perfect for you. I also did finish number 2 in college football last season, so head on over to Sports Memo and take advantage of some amazing discounts. As far as today goes, I have my MLB double play and my 64% WNBA slam dunk for just $7 a piece. But even better, take advantage of that 3-day all access for just $22. And for today's free play, we're going to go ahead and go to the Diamond, where the Boston Red Sox host Toronto Blue Jays in game 1 of this series. The Blue Jays are just a half game behind the Rays for the AL wildcard spot. They just got their 4-game win streak snapped with a 4-2 loss on Sunday to the Yankees. But the Red Sox, on the other hand, their playoff hopes are dwindling as they have now lost 3 of their last 4 games. Today, Ross Stripling and Joshua Winkowski are scheduled to start. Stripling, 5-3 with a 2.93 ERA. The right-hander has struggled against Boston, but he is coming off a great outing against the Orioles last Wednesday, in which he gave up just 1 hit and no walks with 7 strikeouts and 6 1/3 scoreless innings. Winkowski, he's 5-6 with a 5.19 ERA. He has never faced Toronto, but in his most recent outing against the Pirates on Thursday, the righty allowed 6 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. When these two teams face each other, the Blue Jays have taken 6 of the last 7 meetings against the Red Sox and all 5 of the last 5 meetings in Boston. They are also 4-0 in their last 4 versus a right-handed starter, 9-1 in their last 10 following a day off, and 6-1 in their last 7 versus a team with a losing record. Toronto, to me, is the better all-around team here, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays today.
First Lady of Las Vegas is take the Blue Jays, and she's all over the baseball leaderboard. She's all over the NFL preseason leaderboard, all over the WNBA leaderboard. Guys, follow her because I believe your free plays between this and the MLB show, something like a 10 or 11 and 12 and 2 run now.
They are on fire.
You dropped the game yesterday.
I did, unfortunately.
But it's only like a 12 and 2, something like that run on the free plays. The free plays are making money. What do you think our pay games are doing? Guys, you got this 3-day all access for the First Lady of Las Vegas, $22. Use code ANNV22. Celebrate our anniversary with us because we want everybody to be happy this Thursday. And, I love you, baby. You're doing great work. I'm proud of you. Let's go to the doctor who's making a house call today. Dr. Chuck, he's a Renaissance man. That's a really good way to say it. No, I got to know him. I like Dr. Chuck very much. He's a guy that puts out quite a bit of content and in quite a few sports. And he wins in all of them. And he's all over the leaderboards once again. But I got to know Dr. Chuck a little more personally this past weekend. Gorgeous. Got to tell you, man. His family looks like the picture you get when you buy a new wallet and it's in the wallet. Or a new picture frame. They are a good look. No, they're gorgeous. Eric, they are a beautiful family. Got to spend some time with his lovely wife
and
his newborn.
Baby,
and by the way, I nicknamed his newborn Boz because he looks like Brian Bosworth when he played for University of Oklahoma, when he had the beautiful platinum. I'm sorry, I don't want to give out all stuff about that's personal stuff, but gorgeous baby. I'm going to tell you now. And Uncle Joey misses you, little guy, little Boz. I love you that. All right. Dr. Chuck is all over multiple. Uncle Joey is all over multiple leaderboards at Sports Memo. I mean, he's doing tennis. He does everything. You name it. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to fight it out with him for college football this season because he is a winner. He finished number 1 last year. I'm coming for you, buddy. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. I can't wait to put out winners and have fun with you and Dionne, Eric, and Moneyline Matt this season. Dr. Chuck has some exciting things he wants to tell you about the premium side. And he's got another free winner. And it's free winners on this show, especially in tennis, have been making you money. Doc, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so we are going to, again, I'll get to it, but we're going to go again with tennis. We haven't missed a first family tennis play yet, so we're trying to make it all 5 for 5 clean sweep since we started doing that. Pretty similar to how the tennis season has gone. We're up over 100 units just this summer with our tennis plays, which is the largest reason that when you sort by last 30 days, it's going to be, as Eric Pauly calls me, a madman. But I have tennis plays up today. We've gotten back. Joe brought up a good point. College football, I have one play ready for this weekend that's about to go up. I have a totals play already that we talked about on Sports Memo today on Toledo that you can get if you're all access, as well as it's just a free play. We were number 1 last year. It's one of our less volume sports, and so I'm hoping to keep that going again, even with this panel and others coming for the top. Obviously, it's hard to repeat. We were number 1 in baseball last year, and it has been an up and down season. But we've gotten back to number 2 since opening day, and so we're trying to make that back to back. I'm pretty sure it's Vincetti at the top, and he's tough to beat. But yeah, we're number 1 in NBA, WNBA, number 1 in tennis, number 1 in golf. And so we're trying to keep those. And I know Dionne has a play today to try and teeter-totter me back and forth with WNBA. But as far as the tennis plays, I already have 2 up, like I said. I posted on Twitter today. I wanted to make it a big free play day. There's a match in Canada. There's 2 tournaments in the WTA going this week. One in Cleveland, right here nearby, and one in Canada. We're looking at Canada. It's Rebecca Marino. She's a favorite against Jessica Paolini. They both played in the first round of the Granby tournament here. But otherwise, it's just a form situation. This is only Paolini's 3rd hard court match of the summer. Rebecca Marino is 26-9 on the hard court. It's probably already bleeding out. I know that it opened in like the minus 130, 140 range, and it was 150 when I said it, and I think it might be to 165. I think it's good to play up to anything 1-2. It's not really going to be that good of a match, honestly. Like, I mean, I guess Paolini did win in straight sets yesterday, and this is probably a crapshoot for anybody not doing any analysis or paying attention or caring about tennis at all and just wants to put down a winner. You don't have to do the research. I'll try and do it for you. But Marino made a run to the quarterfinals in Washington and has played in all the hardcourt tournaments all summer. Hasn't made a lot of noise in any of those tournaments, but that doesn't matter because we're talking second round in Granby right here, and it's just as simple as picking a winner. If you don't like to lay something close to minus 200 by you get to this, parlay it with something else. Check out my tennis plays. I do a lot of, finding winners in tennis is matching a lot of things up, finding the best stuff, matching them together, because I've said, there's a lot of dogs to be had, but a lot of the favorites are going to be massive. And one of the favorites this morning that is a pretty big shoe-in, it's minus 800. What are you going to do with that? You have to find a way to pair it with stuff and make it valuable, because I'm not going to put out something that's minus 600, minus 800, let alone the fact that some tennis plays go all the way up to, minus 2,000 like Bernardo Perry yesterday. So my look is in Granby, Rebecca Marino taking down Jessica Paolini, and, stick with us. More PGA will be coming by tomorrow.
Guys, he's doing great in multiple sports, but he's got another tennis winner for you. And he says Marino, which I like her already because she's Italian. So sports fans, Dr. Chuck is doing some great work. After the show, go over and follow Dr. Chuck with some of these great customer appreciation discounts. You only get a Sports Memo. You're going to follow him to the bank. He is a winner, and we're honored to have him on the show all the time. And he's going to be a regular on this, the football stuff we're doing. Can't wait to have a great football season with you, Dr. Chuck. Speaking of football, Moneyline Matt is the newest addition to the Sports Memo family, and he's doing great work. And, we have a lot of fun with him because he's young. I mean, come on, man. He's young and he's good looking, so he really pisses me off. He has better hair than I do.
And he's the newbie.
So we got, we put Eric through some stuff. We put Jeff Michaels through some stuff. It's Matt's turn. But, we're honored to have him on the show. He does some great, great work. He specializes in the NFL. So for all you people that have trouble, or maybe even if you don't have trouble, but you need to supplement that income during the NFL season, Moneyline Matt, this is his specialty, NFL football. And today, he's got some things he wants to tell you about NFL football MVP with a couple of futures. But after this show, go follow him over at Sports Memo. Take advantage of that great NFL discount you get from Moneyline Matt. I know he's going to tell you about what's going on the premium site today, maybe over the next few days, or even over the season. And he's got some great MVP futures for you in the NFL. Moneyline Matt, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I appreciate you gassing me up as always. And even before I get going, Eric, I just wanted to say I checked out your season betting preview, and well done. That thing is amazing. I think everyone should go check that out as well. I did one as well. So we have a ton of betting previews out there. And today I'm actually going to some futures, some MVP futures, because we've been going over win totals, all preseason, and want to switch it up a little bit. And I like going for some of those longer shot odds. And we're going to start off with Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Yes, Josh Allen is the favorite, but it's for good reason. Every single season, Josh Allen has been the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. They have improved. All of Josh Allen's weapons are coming back with some new additions. They have Stephon Diggs coming back. They have the emergence of Gabriel Davis, who had 8 receptions, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns in the AFC Championship against the Kansas City Chiefs, in which they lost. So this is a team that is kind of out for vengeance. They are out for revenge. And Josh Allen is the right guy at quarterback to potentially get that done. Josh Allen is coming off a huge season where he had 36 touchdowns, 4,407 yards passing, 631 yards on the ground, and 8 more rushing touchdowns to go with it. But one thing that I want to say is when taking an MVP bet or taking a comeback player of the year bet, something along those lines, you need to have narrative. And with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, the narrative is there. They can't get over the hump. The Kansas City Chiefs beat them every single year. Now they have the team. This team, they brought in Von Miller. They brought in Jamison Crowder, who's a slot receiver, a very underrated slot receiver, I might add. And I think he's going to be very good for Josh Allen going forward. They also drafted James Cook, who's a good receiving back. He could give that offense a little more balance. One thing that the Bills have missed in the past is that rushing attack. So again, I think the narrative is there for Josh Allen. If he has a season even similar to that of last year and this team wins the AFC, I think Josh Allen is the MVP potentially. So that's why I wanted to say Josh Allen first. And for me, he is my favorite, just like the other sports books. But what I wanted to do here is give different odds along the way. You can see we have Herbert at plus 1,000. You can shop that around. You might be able to find a little bit better. And then we have Jalen Hurts to end it. But moving on to Herbert here. Herbert last year finished the season with 5,014 yards passing. He had 38 touchdowns. And this line initially opened up at plus 1,400. It's slowly been going down with the hype of the LA Chargers. They bring back their top weapons in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And I keep thinking Mike Williams is going to have one of these huge seasons. I think this could be it. He is a big body. Herbert has potentially the best arm in the entire NFL. And then you have a great running back who can rush the football and catch the football in Austin Eckler coming behind it. In addition to that, the Chargers brought in tight end Gerald Everett, who is more of a receiving threat out of the backfield to help Herbert even more. And then again, going back to that narrative, the LA Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, have won that division 6 years in a row. The Chargers went all out this offseason. They got Khalil Mack. They got J.C. Jackson. They shored up that run defense, so not as much pressure will be on Justin Herbert and that Los Angeles Chargers offense. So, again, I think that narrative is there. If Herbert can get them over the hump and finally get the Chargers to win that division, and so the Chiefs don't win it, I think that's enough narrative to get him over the hump. Again, he had 5,000 yards passing last year. He had 38 touchdowns. He has one of the biggest arms in the NFL. So I think he's a great choice there as well. The numbers can match up and the narrative can match up as well. So that's one thing I try and do with the MVP bets is get the stats and the narrative to mesh together. And that's how I think that generally happens. And then lastly, we have Jalen Hurts at plus 2,500. This is another one that you can shop around. But I think Jalen Hurts is a good candidate for the 2022 MVP because, for one, the narrative is there. He's been doubted. The number one question mark with the Philadelphia Eagles is most likely Jalen Hurts right now. But they gave him the weapons necessary to potentially get the job done going forward. They brought in star wideout in A.J. Brown to help take pressure off of Devonta Smith. And again, this is his sophomore campaign. I think Smith can come out and have a huge season. He's one of the fastest wideouts at stretching the field. And then again, Hurts is a dual threat quarterback. He can get it done with his feet as well. And the Eagles have one of the best offensive lines in all of football. So they can create time for him back there. The receivers can get downfield. Again, they have burners, so you need to give them depth. And Hurts can take advantage of that with his legs if he needs to. So again, I love Jalen Hurts there at plus 2,500. I think those are the three when you stagger them across the board, with Josh Allen plus 700, Herbert at plus 1,000, and Jalen Hurts plus 2,500. I think all of those quarterbacks have potential to have huge seasons, and they have the narrative to match up with it. Like someone like Lamar Jackson, for instance, I do like Lamar, but I don't know if he has the receiving core to potentially get it done and get another MVP. So again, I'm matching up with these three. I do like Trey Lance a little bit as well, but I don't think, coming out, breaking out your first year as a starter, that's tough to do. So I like these three. I like Allen at plus 700, Herbert plus 1,000. Again, shop these around, and Jalen Hurts at plus 2,500.
Sports fans, one of the sharpest young minds in sports betting today. Moneyline Matt, you can find all his winners over at sportsmemo.com. He says some good shots for MVP: Allen, Herbert, and Hurts. And I got to tell you, it's great stuff. Your knowledge is really amazing. It amazes me. Moneyline Matt, you're doing some great work. Allen, obviously, this is the year that if they don't win it they got to start questioning that this is once again the Bills of the 90s that went to 4 straight Super Bowls. Kelly, Thurman Thomas, they had a great defense. They had Steve Tasker on special teams. They always had good field position. But people up there, this is their year. If they don't do it, it's important. Herbert, obviously, it's a great price. And Hurts, you mentioned that he has a great offensive line. I will tell you this. I know a lot of people are talking Dallas Cowboys in that division. I don't see Dallas Cowboys. I like this team better in that division.
The Eagles this year.
I think they're a stronger team with less ego, to be honest with you, too. And I'm not a big fan of Dak Prescott. I'm not going to, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sure we're going to be talking about a lot more of this as the season goes on. Go on.
There's rumors for Kareem Hunt now and potentially the Eagles as well. So who knows if that transpires.
It's amazing stuff, but I certainly think that this is the best team in that division. People just, because the Cowboys get so much ink, and people talk. Dr. Chuck, you're a Cowboys fan?
No.
Oh, okay, because you were in the background, you were laughing there, and I wanted.
I didn't know that he was talking about Herbert. Herbert's the guy I've been on. I was on him last year, so I'm getting back. I'm getting back on that train. I was all Chargers last year, and that 9-8 season was painful.
He had the numbers essentially. If they would have had a couple more wins, if they finished 12-5 or something.
So speaking of my fandom, Joe, I would like to say, Matt, the only thing you got wrong was it was the divisional round.
Okay, my bad.
The Bengals went.
You're right. Yeah, it was Bengals. Yeah.
Well, look at that. You gotta love the banter, the back and forth between the best cappers on the planet over at Sports Memo. Now, guys, Eric, Dr. Chuck, and Moneyline Matt will be back in just a moment. It's time to adjust the volumes on those headsets, those PCs, those tablets, because I'm very excited. And guys, I don't need a Viagra. It's my anniversary. And every year, I don't need that Viagra during anniversary week. Sports fans, this is the time of year when you must follow a proven baseball winning capper, and I am just that. I come off a baseball sweep a few days ago. Then you know what I did? I took a few days off in baseball. You know why? I wasn't crazy about something. Wasn't crazy about the lines or the matchups. But I'm not here to gamble with your money. I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. And guess what? Today I am crazy about a couple of games. That's why I have my MLB Grand Slam play. They're on a 10-3 run. I have my home run play. 54-27 overall. They've won a couple in a row. Get both. Go 2-0 and have a winning Tuesday. I have them both right now posted at Sports Memo individually. But you know what? I know it's $2 Tuesday, and I didn't want to upsell you guys a lot. So you know what I did? I put both in a Tuesday 2-pack for just $15 right now, Sports Memo. Also, the last 30 days, guess who's number one in winning percentage overall at Sports Memo? That's right, baby. That's right. The biggest mouth in the business, Joe D. I have a nice discount, 2 days all access, just $22. Use code ANNV22 upon checkout. So let's go to my free play today. Sports fans, both the Chicago White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles need wins. When? Right now. Both teams are in the hunt for their division. They're both certainly in the hunt for wild card spots. Over the last week or so, neither has been doing to better their situation in either the division or the wild card situation. Granted, the Orioles took 3 of 4 in the only series matchup this season, approximately 2 months ago. But today's matchup is all about the starting pitchers for Joe D. Dylan Cease, Austin Voth are scheduled. The White Sox right-hander, 12-5 with a 2.09 this season and 3 career starts against the Orioles. He's 2-0 with a 2.00 ERA. As a matter of fact, I thought this was outstanding. I double and triple checked that. The team has won 18 of 24 turns this season. That is just outstanding, guys. That is just off the charts. The Orioles right-hander owns a 3-1 mark with a 4.86 ERA in 2022. He comes off one of his best starts this season. But, guys, over his last 3 overall appearances, an ERA of what? 7.45. And at home in 2022, a whopping ERA of 5.22. Now, many out there think this guy has a bright future. I think he'll be begging groceries 2 seasons from now. So I'm going to tell you right now, he gives up a lot of runs, all right? The White Sox are 9-3 the last 12 overall meetings in this rivalry. They're also 7-3 the last 10 following a loss and 11-5 the last 16 versus right-handed starters. I'm going to look at the White Sox today to show some class, show their grit, start making a move. They want that division, and they want that wild card spot even further. Okay, sports fans, let's bring everybody back. Dr. Chuck, Matt, Eric, let's go. We got a couple announcements, and then we're going to go run down the free plays.
We are.
And then we're going to practice making everybody, because it's our anniversary week. I told you I need a Viagra. We're gonna practice making everybody an uncle or an aunt out there. So sports.
Because we have baby fever.
Because we got baby fever now. Thanks, Dr. Chuck. Appreciate it. She came home after we dropped you off going, you know what? Don't look at me. Stop it. Stop. All right, guys. Don't forget to tune into Full Count, the MLB Sports Betting Coverage Show live today, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Ronald Kabang. He's going to be hosting. The doctor's making another household. Dr. Chuck, Jeff Michaels, JM Sports are going to be joining him. So tune into that before you make any of your final betting decisions in baseball for a Tuesday. Dion's got some discounts.
And don't forget, since we are celebrating our 22nd anniversary this week, we would like to offer you guys a 3-day discount, all access, for just $22. All you have to do is use code.
I got you. ANNV
22 upon checkout. That's right. 3-day all access, just $22 in honor of our 22nd anniversary. And today is also $2 Tuesday over at Sports Memo. That's right. 3 amazing handicappers, $2 for each of their best bets. We have Eric Pauly, Ross Benjamin, and Kevin Thomas. Or the best deal, you can get all 3 for just the low price of $5.
All right, sports fans, we're going to run down today's free plays. Let's go to Eric Pauly. Eric Pauly, what'd you have for everybody today?
The Atlanta Falcons win total under 5 wins for the 2022 NFL season.
Great stuff from Eric, who, by the way, is a $2 capper today. Go buy his $2. Even better, buy him,
3.
buy Ross, buy Kevin. $5, all 3. Can't get a lap dance at a Boulder Highway strip club for $5, and those girls ain't got no teeth. Dionne, what do you got for everybody
I'm
today?
going with the Blue Jays today.
Dr. Chuck making a house call.
We're going with Rebecca Marino on the hard court.
Like anybody that's Italian. Moneyline Matt, you gave out 3 NFL MVP futures. Can you tell everybody what they are, please?
I did. It was Josh Allen plus 700, Justin Herbert plus 1,000, and Jalen Hurts plus 2,500. But for me, if I was choosing one, I'm going Justin Herbert.
I got to tell you, he should be doing a toothpaste commercial. He's got the nicest smile ever. Guys, follow Moneyline Matt. He's doing great work over at Sports Memo.
And what about you today?
Your sexy and savory host says the White Sox minus 135. Guys, real quick, the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at Sports Memo. I will tell you this. Go follow Sports Memo Twitter page. All right, we put up free plays. We put up futures odds. Eric does some great columns. I know Dr. Chuck, Rocky, Jesse, they're all doing columns. I did some columns. We're going to look for some stuff from Moneyline Matt to do as well. Guys, follow them. You'll love it. Also, follow each one of your cappers. We're on Twitter. Dionne.
You can find Eric over at Slime Action, Dr. Chuck at Dr. Chuck Sports, Moneyline Matt at Moneyline__Matt. You can find myself.
Pretty good. You remembered that. That's good.
That was great.
And you can find myself over at the First Lady of Vegas and Joe at Joe D'Amico Wins. And don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for some more special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Eric, Dr. Chuck, Moneyline Matt, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.